my god. Okay, well, I guess here we go. Time to figure out if I can even get it on one screen. Oh my god, this will look epic. Is it easier to capture than the wolf? Okay, I guess we'll start building. 342,000 blocks, 900 by 380. Oh my god. No, let's do it. But just before we get into the actual video, if you like what you see and you want to see more, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, because 90% of you are not subscribed, and that is ridiculous! So, you know what, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell if you want to get notified, like the video, comment, and subscribe, comment, like, video, you know what to do. Anyway, let's get back into it. Yeah, let's pick 2 colors, shall we? And with those magic words, the journey started. You can see some of the coloring process as we go, but I will continue talking about that in just a second, because I will start with a quick thing first. This is part 1, as you might have noticed somewhere. I will have placed it somewhere. This build is going to take me 3 days of hours of making it, so 72 hours of building. Like I've said, this is 342,000 blocks big. It is close to 4 times as big as my previous biggest build, on surface area at least. And what I've built so far has pretty much confirmed the rough estimation of 3 days of building. So it's not really looking that well for me in the long term, but it will definitely look amazing once it's done. But yeah, just to keep that in mind, this is a part 1. This will include of the eventual image that it will be, just the grass section and the outlines of the characters that will be in it. Even though it's only the grass section on the bottom and the outline of the characters, this is still a 19.5-minute video. Most of it is on 32 times speed, some of it is on 48 if I'm correct, which is mainly the grass filling. Not this section, but the next section. So it took me quite a while. Just this like slim, quote-unquote slim line of grass that you see me building from the colors that I eventually picked, which is the Striptwort, Hyphia and the Wagnillium. Took me 4.5 hours just to get from one end to the other. Eventually I also chose for the lime wool, as you can see in the hotbar, for the other grass that I will be putting in. I believe filling in that section because it didn't need any detailing. It still took 2.5 hours just to fill in the line and the mass amount of blocks that I needed to place down. It still took quite a while. And the outlines obviously took their own time, because it's way more detail, you have to pay way more attention to what to place where. But anyway, that's most of it pretty much. I made a few mistakes during this, so that didn't help either obviously, but it's a huge build, so you're bound to make some mistakes. But yeah, that is pretty much it. There's not way too much about this. From part 2 onto what I believe is probably gonna be like part 4 or 5 or something, are going to be all these separate or quote-unquote separate characters. This build does include PacMan with 2 ghosts, which is going to be part 2 because I've already colored those in. So that's going to be part 2 of this. After that, I believe it's going to be Mario, because there's also Mario in it. Then you have Banjo with the bird, which I don't know the name of, which I should know, but at least it's Banjo. Then you also have Sonic, Megaman, Bomberman, Rayman. So many man names. Megaman, Rayman, Bomberman. You also have Pikachu, and then you also have Crash Bandicoot, including the mask. Yeah, and then I believe I've had all of the characters. So most of those, like the PacMan and the 2 ghosts are going to be one part, and the Banjo and the bird are going to be one part. Maybe I will do Sonic and Mario in the same part, and maybe I will do Megaman, Rayman in one part, and then do Bomberman, Pikachu and the Sky in one part. Because Bomberman and Pikachu are both very small, and the Sky is insanely huge, so that might all be in the same part, and that will also like finish the entire series. This, I believe, is also going to be the first build that I will be doing in like a series. The Disney castle that I've built before also took 1 day to make, but since that was pretty much just one main build really, I didn't make a series about that. But since this has multiple characters in it, then I feel like I can pretty much do a series about this, maybe talk a little bit more about every single character that's in it, and keep it a little bit more interesting. And that way, if people maybe want to learn a little bit about like how I do things, then that allows me a little bit more time to talk about each build specifically as well. And yeah, it also gives me more time to take time to build on this, and because it obviously takes a long time to do these things, find the time, and then obviously edit it down as well. I don't know how many inventory swaps or inventory screens you've seen so far, but I think I pretty much edited out 99% of all of the inventory switches. So yeah, that is that took quite a bit of time to get those out. So yeah, just imagine if you're getting slightly annoyed by it, I apologize. I tried my best to get all of them out, but I might skip over a few. Maybe some are one frame long, and then it's like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. There hasn't been an inventory in quite a while, so maybe then I skipped over it. But 99% of the inventory screens have been edited out. So I hope you appreciate that little bit of extra effort that I put into it. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have to say about this build. This is more of an introductory video kind of part to this build, because it is only the grass line at the bottom and the outlines. But yeah, even so, I hope that you will enjoy this section of the build. I hope that it's still decently followable. Obviously, if I make it way slower, the video is gonna be way longer, and I don't really want to make like 40-minute videos if it's a time-lapse kind of thing. I sometimes do one of those overviews so you can keep an eye on where I am at the build, like comparatively. I believe as I'm talking right now, I should be approximately on the bottom right of the image, where there is also the tag of the original artist of the image that I'm making. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Like I said, approximately 3 times, and then something new pops in my head, and then it's like, oh hey, another thing. But yeah, 2 blocks that I've never used before. A little bit tricky in the colors, but yeah, in this part of the build, nothing too extreme. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the video, and I hope to see you at the end of it. Hope you'll enjoy the music, and I will see you at the end, and otherwise, I will see you next time.
starlight on this dark night. Close your eyes, free your mind, such a sight of something wonderful. Lights are shining brightly as the day begins to fade. You will never see the future if you always stay the same. It's a beautiful beginning, like the rising of the sun. So just trust your intuition, what you think you will become. Do you dream in gold, diamonds, and emeralds, silver waterfalls? 'Cause we are all the stars at night. Shine bright, live your life. Paint a perfect picture of the heavens and the sky. Do you ever stop and marvel at the things that's in your life? Is it magic? Maybe passion? A faith? A faith? Lights are shining brightly as the day begins to fade. You will never see the future if you always stay the same. It's a beautiful beginning, like the rising of the sun. So just trust your intuition, you already know. You already know. Do you dream in gold, diamonds, and emeralds, silver waterfalls? 'Cause we are all the stars at night. Shine bright, live your life. Let the light shine down. Let the stars align now. What's worth more? The world is yours. Shine bright. Do you dream in gold, diamonds, and emeralds, silver waterfalls? 'Cause we are all the stars at night. Shine bright, live your life. Shine bright, live your life.
And here we go. The final pieces of lime wool are going to be placed. Welcome back everyone who skipped to the end of this video. I hope you guys will have enjoyed what you've seen. It has taken, I believe, 12.5 hours to get to this point in the build, so that gives a little bit of an indication on how large this is and how much time will be sunken into this. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the music. I hope you enjoyed the process, even though sometimes it might go a little bit fast, or it's still a little bit dull because it's part 1 and it's just the grass and no characters yet. But even so, I appreciate you taking your time to click on the video and skip to the end, or watch the entire thing on the background and enjoy the music. And yeah, I hope to see you in part 2. Happy New Year, have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, my dudes.